is 18th of March 2022. So I would like to continue our webinar series. Today we're going to talk about global talent visa, UK global talent visa for the tech specialist, of IT specialists and entrepreneurs. Let me introduce myself. I'm the Evgeny Pavlov. I'm Managing Director of MAN Solutions, Immigration Advisor. Also, one of the speakers is going to be Maggie Patel, who is a private clients advisor at MAN Solutions. Let's give an overview today what we're going to talk about. First of all, we'll talk about in overall global talent visa. What is this? What visa about? What type of visa is this in the UK? Also, we would like to go for them and explain endorsement bodies and the difference of the endorsement bodies. And of course, we will talk about the stage 1 and stage 2. So specifically today, we will talk about Tech Nation, which is stage 1, and we will talk about stage 2, where the application process goes after endorsement letter received, confirmed, and most important, when the clients actually get the visa, and the next steps in the UK, right? And how to get a job, how to start the business in the UK, and so on and so forth, right? The pathway to settlement and overall about us. Let's start about talk about UK global talent visa. So global talent visa was replaced by the actually replaced the tier 1 exceptional talent. They had a similar requirements, and however, the global talent visa is more much more easier, much more wide, and can accommodate different variety of applicants, from the doctors, IT specialists, actors, media and PR specialists, and category was replaced in February 2020. The global talent visa is the UK immigration category for the talented and promising people. So there's 2 subcategories: talented and promising people. As I said, in science, in humanity, in medicine, engineering, arts, and obviously IT and technology. Let's talk about the visa advantages. So there is no restriction. So there's main 6 visa advantages. There is no restriction on the type of work you can do in the UK. You can set up your own business too, right? You need to have a job offer. There is no minimum salary threshold to apply for the visa and to get the visa. There is no requirement of the business idea and no need to invest as well. Also, you can bring your dependents to the UK, right? So your children under 18 years old and your wife or husband. And you can apply for settlement ILR after 3 or 5 years, depending on the route. If it's a global talent visa, then it's 3 years. If global promise, then 5 years. And one of the main points, there is no English language requirements, which is very, very, very crucial, right? Let's talk about how to obtain British citizenship, because it's very important to understand for the clients how to get British citizenship. As I said, if it's a global exceptional talent, and in 3 years' time, you are getting the ILR, indefinite leave to remain, or PR. And after 2 more years, you can apply for the UK passport. If you go for the exceptional promise, you have a visa for 5 years and apply for ILR, and then plus 1 more year, you apply for the UK passport. So crucial point, majority of clients and of ours, they're trying to accommodate themselves for the exceptional talent. It's not always happening, because obviously it's important to understand that difference, right? But exceptional talent, exceptional promise, it all depends on the experience. We will talk about later in this webinar what's the difference between them, how to be qualified for one of them. Who can get global talent visa? Let's talk in overall, because today we specifically talk about IT specialists, but in order to go into IT specialists and technology, we would like to explain in overall. So to be considered for this type of visa, right, all applicants must obtain endorsement from one of the 6 approved endorsement bodies, academic and non-academic. If we talk about academic endorsement bodies, it's science, engineering, medicine, social science, humanities. What's endorsement bodies? It's a Royal Society, which is part of UK government organization, UK Research and Innovation, the same, Royal Academy of Engineering, the same, and British Academy. It's part of the UK government, right? And non-academic, arts and culture and digital technology, which is Arts Council England and Tech Nation. Today, as you may imagine, we'll talk about Tech Nation. We'll talk about how to get endorsement in Tech Nation, how to go for the application, and so on and so forth. So other endorsement bodies and other profile of the clients we will not mention today. But let's give a summary. So for academic, Royal Society, it's obviously field or experience. It's for nature and medical science applicants. For UK Research and Innovation, it's for science and innovation applications. Royal Academy of Engineering for engineering applications. Specific roles as well, so we need to look into it and qualify. For British Academy, the same, humanities, social science applications. We can help clients for academic and non-academic positions and roles. But as I said, today is going to be digital technology applications. You always can find this list of endorsement bodies on the website, which is, you can see on the downstairs, which is www.UK government publications, global talent endorsement bodies, so which is clear. Let's talk about Tech Nation. It's important to understand what Tech Nation is about. Tech Nation is official Home Office designed endorsement body authorized to assess endorsement applications from individuals with expertise in digital technology and who wants to come in the UK and the global talent visa. So we have to understand that this Tech Nation, it's a platform which is supported by UK government ministry and by private fundraisers and private funds in order to popularize IT sector and bring the talents in the UK. So the main agenda of Tech Nation to get a summary and evaluate actually who can be a talent, who can be a promise, and who can add the value into the UK economy. The Tech Nation visa is for the founders and employees with a technical or business background. So there's 2 differences, and including all subsectors like fintech, artificial intelligence, cyber, and gaming. Right? We'll talk about the typical applicants. Tech Nation criteria is designed for applicants with the technical and business skills in the digital technology sector. Sorry, some disruptions. Digital and technical and business skills with digital technology sector. Let's talk about suitable skill types. Right. First is technical applicants, could be developers, programmers. From non-technical organizations are eligible. Non-technical applicants, business roles from technical organizations are eligible, but non-technical applicants from non-technical organizations are generally not eligible. So basically, if you're an IT expert from non-IT company, you can be eligible. If you're a business expert with business skills from IT company, you're eligible. Yeah, I know it sounds a bit complicated, but let's be straightforward on this. Um, let's separate it and clearly explain what is a typical applicants. So the technical applicants and business applicants. Uh, technical applicants must demonstrate proven technical expertise in the latest technology, such as building the platform, building the CRM, building the and do the coding for the part of the gaming or artificial intelligence program, or building the infrastructure, right? And business applicants must demonstrate proven commercial investment and the product expertise. So building digital products or leading investments like in significant digital product businesses, such as creating sales departments, creating company infrastructure, unite the people, raise the funds, and so on and so forth. So business applicants and technical applicants has their own complexity, right? Let's talk about examples of technical skills, because in Tech Nation and the Home Office defined clearly examples of technical skills and examples of business skills. I'm not going to give you an outline and everything. You can read it out on the screen easily. So let me just explain to you the most important idea. So the most important idea is example of technical skills. It must be back-end or front-end engineer or developer with the programming language skills, with the expertise of running technical team or working on his own or her own, and with expertise of developing the product and actually managing in-house employees or developers or group of developers within the business. Yeah? It could be virtual reality developers, could be backend developers, could be mobile application developers, right? So on and so forth. Let's talk about example of business skills. Also, you'll see the outline example of business skills. And as I give you the summary, the person must have expertise in VC investment over 25 million GBP. Yeah. So it means they know how to raise the funds. They know how to speak with investors or venture capital firms or private equity firms. They have a relevant experience. Also, they know how to manage and set up sales team, how to prepare the P&L and all KPIs and infrastructure of the sales team in digital business, how to grow it. They know as well, I've been expert in VC or PE analysis with the actual track record, right? And have experience in the head of operations, CEO or chief marketing officer for the digital business, right? Lots of applicants of ours are asking if I'm chief marketing officer, so on and so forth, can I go apply? Answer is yes, but we look in the details. We must look in the details, because you can be experienced product manager, you can be experienced chief marketing officer in or head of operations, digital business, and you still can apply. Let's talk about examples. As I return to the first and second page of the webinar, let's talk about examples of exceptional talent and exceptional promise. Exceptional talent is a leader, right? And exceptional promise is emergent leader, potential future leader. So obviously leader with experience of in the industry 5 years and recognized by experts, it's exceptional talent. Exceptional promise, it's a person who has a less than 5 years industry experience and who has a potential to be a leader with the skills, their skills and achievements. So it's pretty straightforward. But sometimes when we look into the case, we cannot define straight away. We need to go into details and understand what can be proven as a leader or so forth, or the exceptional promise. Let's go for the eligibility criteria, because eligibility criteria for exceptional talent, exceptional promise is different, right? And slightly much more complex, much more less complex, depends on whether you are exceptional talent, leader, or emergent leader. Exceptional talent, mandatory requirements: applicant must have they've been recognized as a leading talent in the digital technology sector. How they can be recognized? Obviously, they have a reference letters, recommendations, awards, and so on and so forth from the industry experts, industry technology experts. And they also must choose the two requirements of satisfy contribution, recognition, innovation, and academic. Let's talk about also contribution, innovation, recognition, academic. Contribution, where they actually significant technology and commercial entrepreneurial contributions. The field, as a founder or the CFO or CEO or board member of product-led digital technology company, right? Recognition, proof of recognition for work beyond the applicant occupancy. So recognition, it means they have obviously recognized by someone externally, get award, get grant, so on and so forth. So it depends on the applicant's criteria, but it depends on the CV. Usually, once we speak with the applicants, we first ask for the CV and ask for the relevant questions, if they're able to answer or no, right? And third question is innovation. The proven track recognition for innovation as a founder or CFO, CEO, product developer, or the CTO. And they're working in new digital field. Innovation, it could be new coding, it could be new technology, it could be developing new product completely, which does not exist on the market, or improve the product which already exists in the market. Academic is obvious. Academic could be researcher at university. Academic, it could be research fellow, it could be contributor, it could be having PhD or master's degree. So it's which is academically contributing to the society and keep up the knowledge, R&D, research and development. Let's talk about exceptional promise. Exceptional promise is lighter. It's much more easier than exceptional talent. However, the mandatory requirements, they've been recognized with potential of leading talent. Potential, it could mean 5 years experience, and also it means that the applicant has actually has a maybe not created product, but it's about to be. Let's talk about to choose the two requirements to satisfy contribution, recognition, innovation. Here is a bit easier because you need to just show at least one example. One example in contribution, one example in recognition. Could be grant, could be nominee, even not award, but nominee in recognition. In innovation, one example. And of course, in academic. So it could be much more easier, right? Let's just give a summary of application process, because application process is a crucial side. We have stage 1 application for endorsement, stage 2 application for visa. Stage 1 is up to 8 weeks. Yes, there is some exemptions going on, because if you are employed by a UK company, potentially technician can assess your application quicker. If you're employed by a UK company but you work in overseas, it can be assessed much more quicker. But let's consider it's up to 8 weeks. Technician assess your skills and abilities and achievements. So we have to create the case and submit to technician whether it can be endorsed or no. Within 8 weeks, they'll decide. right? Stage 2 application for visa. Technician is not involved in stage 2, but you must be in the official Global Talent Visa website. So we submitting on a technician, we submitting application in Gov.uk, and then we must do it within 3 months once you get the endorsement. Decision making up to 3 weeks. So in total, you can see even without our work, it's gonna take you minimum 3 months for stage 1, stage 2 together. Right? Let's talk about application process for stage 1. Application process stage 1 is the most important step. Why? If you don't get endorsement, then simply you're not gonna go for stage 2. Simply they're not able to apply for the visa, right? So stage 1 application for endorsement. You must first apply for endorsement on the official Global Talent Visa website, which is obvious, and then also complete Tech Nation visa application for assessment. So it's 2 applications. Then in order for stage 1 application to be valid, you must submit your Tech Nation application form no more than 15 working days after submitting your home office application. And this is the point where we have to upload all documents that we discussed about. And the home office will inform you if you have been successful receiving endorsement from Tech Nation. If you are successfully endorsed, you can proceed, obvious, for the stage 2 for the visa application. Stage 2 visa application is quite straightforward. You must apply for the unofficial Global Talent Visa website within 3 months of receiving your endorsement from Tech Nation. The Home Office considers immigration aspects, such as general grounds for refusal, if you are already in the UK, whether you are able to switch to Global Talent Visa. But we advise you in advance whether you can do it or not. And we will receive a decision within 3 weeks. If we talk about Global Talent Visa application timeline, first, what we do, we collect all documents. We submit an online application from Home Office. Are you paying initial fees? Then we submit an online Tech Nation application, and you provide supporting evidence, right? Stage 2, again, online Home Office application. When you get the endorsement successful, you go for stage 2. Provide endorsement letter, and then receiving Home Office within 3 weeks. Let's see the fees. Endorsement fee, when you pay into Home Office, £456. The first stage. Second stage, 152. The application fee when you apply for the second stage with the dependents is 108. It's for dependent adult or child, right? And IHS, so insurance, 624 per year. So if you granted visa for 3 years or for 5 years, you can multiply, right? And for child, 470. If you granted, obviously, for 3 years, if it's a Global Talent exceptional promise for 5 years, multiply as well. So this is the fees, it's government fees to make sure that you go for the stage 2 successfully. You pay at the stage 2. Most of them, only endorsement fees, you pay in 456 at stage 1. Now we'll talk about a Tech Nation application form and specifically about documents. First of all, we need to have a personal statement. The maximum, it's 1,000 words in length. And it can explain why you have to come to the UK, why you would like to apply for the Tech Nation visa, why you considering to be in the UK and to develop this business or to have a career in tech. Then we have minimum 3 letters of recommendation. And the organization acknowledged as experts, digital technology. Then we obviously arrange in the CV. And then up to 10 pieces of evidence we must supply. Evidence criteria, so we talked a little bit later on now as well, but it must be up to 10. So we have to choose right ones only. Let's talk about mandatory criteria explained. Question is, how I'll demonstrate that I have been recognized, right, as a leading talent? How? A leader of exceptional talent or promise must show extraordinary ability. So it means we must demonstrate level of expertise in particular industry, particular field. So maybe you create the product, maybe you create the technology, maybe you create the coding, maybe you improved the current coding. So this is the important side. Also, examples. Let's talk about examples. Relevant evidence, right? For instance, nationally or internationally recognized prizes, awards in your digital technology sector. Showing open source projects, evidence from coding and summaries of codes, report starts, metrics, so statistics, whether it's possible. Maybe not all. You're not able to require all because it's maybe you're not allowed to disclose it. So partially, whatever you're allowed to. Evidence of being senior contributor as well. It's crucial to show. And evidence speaking high-profile digital technology sector events. So it could be conferences, events, Tech Week, Sub Summit, Web Summit, and I can name it more, few of them. So which can help you actually explore what you're doing within the sector and how you're doing within the sector. Right? Let's talk about more. So it could be publish materials, media about yourself, give an interview in digital technology sector. Yeah. Also, one of the criteria is salary. If your remuneration salary is quite high and has an employment agreement, then you can show genuineness of this, right? And you have hold significant expert role, participating in panels, events, forums, conferences. This is crucial side as well. So you're adding value in the industry. Let's talk about, because we talked about monetary criteria explained, let's talk about optional criteria explained, which is innovation. And innovation, right? What's examples of it? First of all, for innovation, we need to show product development or innovating of it, proof of product in the market, right? And associated revenue with this. So you're not only creating the product, you're creating revenue of it. Second of all, evidence of each business should include your last set of audit accounts, projections, current financial year, article association, so all evidence of it. Also, evidence of domestic and international sales showing the customer numbers of each country and which company is operating. Or also evidence of employment, contract with the seller information, including any bonus and any equity options, and the history of earnings. So this crucial side. Let's talk about recognition. Recognition is complex as well. Why? Because we need to show evidence, not innovation, but recognition. Evidence of contribution of open source projects, GitHub profile demonstrating the participation in the collaborative projects, open or news articles, examples, leadership, Stack Overflow profile as well, and obviously conference and events and forums when you speak out as a speaker or attendee and so on and so forth. Also, technical example of significant contribution might be include such as leading development of the high impact digital products, starting contributing open source projects, and having the key worked as a key engineer in a core product of startup, CTO, key engineer, or key developer. Yeah? Business examples of contribution is a bit different. So technical one side, business another side. In significant business examples, it's having a letter play the key role in the growth of product and led digital technology company, and such as influencing investment and strategy or delivering major product releases. And obviously, having founded successful product-led digital technology company or other organization in leading. So this is the contribution side of business. And let's talk about academic. Example of academic could be a lot. Start from significant contribution published in the top peer-reviewed journal. Research undertaken could be part of your degree. Right? Evidence of presentations and peer-reviewed conferences. Evidence of being awarded as well in such a grants, university grants. Also evidence of awards receiving by outstanding work and excellent academic achievement. This could be done as well. And then obviously letter of support from research supervisor or other expert in your area. Or expertise affirming the potential world-class staff. Okay? What about next steps? You got this all evidence. You get the successful application. Let's talk about next steps. And you got stage 1, endorsement. You got stage 2, visa. Now you have to deliver. In general, so we talk about it general side. You need to meet the lawyer. You need to meet the immigration lawyer and say, okay, what I need to do for the next 3 or 5 years to with schedule a call with the lawyer. And the lawyer gonna guide you, could be our company, could be someone else. The lawyer gonna guide you what to do next, right? In order to meet the lawyer, so if you appointed us, then we can advise you, and you need to go and explain simply the steps. Then the lawyer might give you contacts with a relevant accountant and other relevant contacts within the industry. We can support you as well. I'll tell you next what we can do for you and how we can support you. First of all, rent or buy accommodation. Usually our clients are renting accommodation. Why they need to do so? Obviously to live up in the UK. Also to make sure they have an official address for everything to the next step. Then you collect a BRP card, which is your actual visa, because your sticker is allowed to enter the UK if you apply from outside, and within from 30 days to 90 days, depends on what stamp on a sticker you receive in the passport. But it's entry visa, it's not your visa. So once you come to the UK, if it's entry clearance application, then you have to collect BRP from post office. If you apply from the UK, then you receive a BRP by post, receiving the email confirmation first, and then receiving BRP by your post, so to your home address. Right? So let's imagine you apply from outside. You're collecting BRP card at the post office, and then you go for, if necessary, for some nationalities is not important, is not necessary, not must. Then you go for register with the local police station. Right? With the local police station, it's crucial to understand that, as I said, not all nationalities needed to do so. Obviously, you open bank account because you have a home address, you have a visa now in your hands. Then you can open a personal bank account, and then you can register company, open business bank account. But I advise you to speak with accountant only who is aware, know how to teach tech business works. If you don't want to open a company, you can search for a job, and we'll talk about next slide about it. Next steps in UK, it's career in tech, right? And as I said to you, if you don't want to go for the business, you can develop your career. So in order to develop career, you can look in the Tech Nation website first, because Tech Nation website has a Tech Nation Visa alumni network. So with everyone who got the visa, they join together in network, they're communicating, they're sharing ideas, they're sharing the job offers. Obviously, you must make sure that you have a fantastic LinkedIn account. It's our part of the job to make sure that you have a LinkedIn account, because it's important to apply for the Tech Nation Global Talent Visa. So obviously, you have a LinkedIn account where you can source a job and browser search job in Indeed, Total Jobs, Read, and other job search websites. We can provide it to you as well, who is specializing in tech specifically. Right? If you decided to open the business, this is you have additional value. How? First of all, you can also join the Tech Nation growth programs and attend the Tech Nation events, right, for digital tech founders. Moreover, our sister company can provide you support with securing the funds, developing the network in the venture capital world and private equity firms world. So we helping you for the next step, not Amman Solutions, but Goodman Capital, other company where I'm the shareholder. We can support you with a consulting, arranging communication with the VC, with the private equity firms, with the investors, with accelerators. So it's our jobs to make sure that we are actually push you through in developing the business in the UK, right? Let's talk about pathway to the UK settlement. So, and I'm going to repeat myself. So, exceptional promise, it's after 5 years you get ILR. Exceptional talent in 3 years. Important requirements for the ILR for the settlement in the UK. The Global Talent visa holders must confirm that they are still endorsed, right? So the endorsement not refused, not withdrawn. Also, applicants are required to prove evidence they have earned money and working on the area of expertise. And then continuous residence, you must be minimum 180 days outside of UK, any 12 months period. That's pretty much, it's quite straightforward. Let's talk about MAN Solutions. So MAN Solutions, it's an immigration law firm based in the UK, headquarters in the UK, and offices in Moscow and Hong Kong as well. We help in high net worth, ultra high net worth, and digital tech entrepreneurs with the relocation and obtaining the residencies in UK, Europe, and worldwide. Obviously, we have a specific license and we have expertise. As you can see, over more than now, I think 700 successful clients, because it's the outdated information. Our clients made only in the UK, if you counted, over 10 million investment combined. We have expertise in industry more than 10 years in our casework and legal team. And success rate is important to us. So it's 95% success rate. We are not taking Global Talent visa or any other visas without any guarantee and assurance that it can be endorsed. So it means the client has to be strong. Right? So obviously we're not responsible for the visa. We cannot be assured whether home office going to provide the visa, but we are pretty confident that with a good profile of the client, with the right CV and right expertise, you get the endorsement, you'll get the visa. But on this discretion, so we need to look at the case-by-case situation, look at the CV and expertise. We have a OSC license, which is allow us to actually go through the support and provide immigration advice in the UK. So it's important to be assured that we have a license and the company you're working with has a immigration license to provide the services, right? As I give you examples, so we work on UK visas and work on tech visas in Europe as well and worldwide, right? And we have 3 offices. So you can always communicate with the London or Hong Kong or Moscow office via WhatsApp, via email address, via website. So pretty straightforward. Please just you can reach us on this WhatsApp number in the London office, and we can support you with a global talent visa. Thank you very much for your attention.